welcome all. How are we doing this evening, our friends? How are we doing today?
Good.
Been
Back
recovering from the old cold as ice, having to
cold as
sacrifice
ice.
those words of Foreigner, the AOR rock group from the 80s. I'm feeling the old cold as ice here in the UK. There's a bug floating around. Everybody's got it. Coughs,
No.
colds. Oh dear.
Goodness. Um, what has been well, Lorena? We were sorry, both Steve and I were just saying that we were really impressed by your latest episode of Total R&B, where you had you used the studio to interview a guest, and it looked really professionally done and everything. And how was that experience for you, going from Zoom to the studio?
That was a lot of fun, actually. I really liked it. I didn't know how it was going to turn out because I've never done anything in studio. It's always been online, virtually. So it was super exciting. And I think it turned out great. Like everybody was happy with the episode. So I hope to do more in the future. But yeah, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, aesthetically, it looks really good. It does look really
Thank
good.
you.
Really good setup.
Yeah. Derek from Minneapolis, welcome. And Mac, music tips and reviews with JG, welcome. They're green all of us. Um, yes, we've. What about music news? What, Lorena? What would you say has been some big news?
The Babyface documentary that's going to come out.
Ooh,
Okay,
Yes. That's some music
okay,
news I came across this week, and I was really excited. So I can't wait to see how all of that unfolds.
I didn't even know about
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that. Hey, hopeful, welcome. Hello from Lady Cali, welcome. I did my homework 2 weeks ago for this album. Hey, Nat, yes. Um, okay. Speaking of the Babyface documentary, did you guys catch John B on the Breakfast Club?
I need to watch
And
it.
he was talking. No, okay. So John B was on the Breakfast Club, and he finally says that um, there was there seems to have been a falling out with Babyface, and he has for many years not said anything. So this, I've interviewed John B twice. I've met him in person, and he's never said anything other than positive stuff about Babyface. But I think in a recent interview that Babyface had, he was asked about John B, and I think he initiated a John B. You know, I think he's just said something in a way that degraded John B. And then John B. finally says, "Look, I've never said anything bad about the face, but when he was signed to Edmonds, that he was from his budget, all the development acts that they were coming up with, the money came out of his Sony budget, and it's somewhat." But it was a really bad deal he had with Edmonds, and Face has never really come back recently to say hello, what's going on, and forget about the past. So, if you go to Breakfast Club, I think he just it was a 5 minute little snippet in that, and it got me thinking about some of our favorite producers and artists, and that we really admire, and sometimes when other people who know them well say some things some of the relationships they had, they weren't too good with. Do we see past the glitz and glamour and realize that maybe there were some things that went wrong and stuff? So I guess if you watch the Breakfast Club interview, you may get to see and may form your own opinions and stuff. Yes, DJ All Day, welcome. Yeah, so that. So it counts as the Babyface documentary to see if artists come out and give their thoughts.
Wow. I'm definitely
Um,
gonna check out the interview after later tonight.
yeah, yeah. What about you, Stevie? Any music news or?
Like I said, I've kind of neglected new music. Someone mentioned there's a Summer Walker album come out, which I did download. I've not listened to it. I always check your IG story, Lorena, for all the new bits. I don't even go on Spotify. I just check out Lorena's IG on a Friday. Post all the new. I'm like, all right, I'll make a note of that and download them and give them a listen. I do believe though that this album, I just did a check on Discogs. A vinyl copy sold. The last vinyl copy sold for £270. You know
what?
You can get the CDs cheap as chips, but the vinyl is incredibly expensive and incredibly in demand.
Wow.
Yeah. And what about Fake MJ making the news on IG? Fake MJ all over IG. I've been enjoying that this week.
Yeah. He's saying that he was the first, and Michael copied him.
What?
Oh goodness!
What? Michael copied him.
Copied how? So Michael looks like him.
Wow.
And instead of him being
his nose, his sculptured nose is identical. And I believe he was saying something like, "If everybody could, you'd all be getting your face done." I went, "I don't think so, mate. You know, I'll stick with my face. I'm happy with it. Nobody's touched it. I don't need any nose sculptures or anything. You know what I mean? Crazy. What old fake MJ. There's quite a few fake MJs on IG though, isn't there? There's quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
But he was the main one. He's the most of all of them. Yeah.
But everyone's talking about him, so he must be doing something right. Probably for the wrong reasons, but again, there'll be a lot of people following him. You know, make fun of him really.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The other big news was in Vogue, the fact that Rhonda has left, and she said that she only knew about En Vogue performing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Salt and Pepper when it was public knowledge. So they didn't give it a heads up. They didn't say. They didn't say, look, we've got this date. Can you make it? And yeah, because I know you had some prearranged stuff. They didn't, and so she said, look, it's just not been working out. So she's been marginalized. And some people have been quick in the comments to say that did they know about this, that they quickly got Maxine rejoined in the spring. And they've held one of the three originals are back, and almost maybe now they've got the old gang back. It'll be interesting when I speak to Dawn Robinson in a few days' time to see if she might want to come back, or if they've reached out to her. So that would be interesting. Yes.
Does anybody care now? That's the big question.
I think they do, though. I mean, what do you think, Lorena? What do you think? Do you think it's a big story, or?
I think it is. Like when I saw your post on IG, like my mouth dropped. I was like, because I wasn't expecting that to be the news. But I did not see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I didn't know who showed up to perform. I knew they were performing, but I didn't know who showed up. So yeah, it's a little crazy. I personally don't see Dawn rejoining the group. It would be a dream, but I don't see that happening. But yeah, that was a surprise to me. I was shocked.
It's a shame because most of these legacy type groups that can earn money from going on tours, they got to realize this is the pension. This is the pension money. Don't be falling out now. No, it's not a great time. Just go on tour. There's a lot of money to be made because they're charging crazy amounts for these ticket prices, so you're going to get a good cut. It's not the right time to be falling out. Go and do your tours, make that money, then fall out. Get your pension pot sorted, and then you can go on the Breakfast Club and say, reveal all your stories and, What about?
They need to get on halftime chat and tell all the stories.
Yeah, halftime chat or whatever. Or what about Guy 0.20 that's getting some atrocious comments online?
Yeah, I mean, as what are your thoughts doing about Teddy is relaunch wants to relaunch Guy and calling it Guy 2.0.
I mean, he was nice enough to change the name. But then I look at groups like 112. 112 has all these different members, plus two original. There's Drew Hill that has different members. So, I mean, it's something that's common now in a lot of the groups. So we'll just we'll see.
What you raised an important point because the Temptations only has Otis.
Yeah.
Out of the five, he's the only living member, and they still. And if he dies tomorrow, they'll still be called the Temptations with no original members. So I wonder what the difference is with Guy, with Teddy calling the group Guy, as opposed to having to change the name. Is it that I wonder why that there is a difference. Stevie was one of the only ones within when we first talked about it with some others that was like, hey, new change, no problem. Do you still feel the same way, Stevie?
Yeah,
or?
Them guys have been bickering and arguing for decades now. And when I saw them perform live with these new guys, they sound great to me. I mean, obviously it's not Guy as we know it. You got to move on. I mean, I think what we all agreed was maybe shouldn't have called it Guy 2.0. If you'd give it another name, people would have been more easier with that. But the fact they called it Guy 2.0, and he's even got a new manager that looks like Gene Griffin 2.0. It's all a bit close to the bone, isn't it, for us Guy members, really? Got Gene 2.0 there as well. So yeah, it's a bit raw, isn't it? It's a bit raw for us, but they sound good.
Yeah.
They do sound good. I can't deny.
Yeah, they do. So I mean, LJ from Profile, Ray Lavender was a solo artist. He's a writer and producer, and Jay Styles. So we will see. So where I want to be, Lorena, what did you make of this album when you first, and when did you first discover this album?
Well, funny story. I discovered this album back when it came out because at the time my grandmother lived in Buffalo, New York with her husband, and they used to order a lot of CDs. Like there would be infomercials late at night and they would like dial and like order CDs. But the thing is, they were into jazz music, jazz and blues. And so my step grandfather one night was ordering CDs, but I think he had some drinks as well. And he had ordered this CD by mistake. He thought Donell Jones was a blues singer, I guess, because of the cover of the CD. And so I was going through their collection and I recognized the name because I was a fan of his music from What's Up and Knocks Me Off My Feet from the first album. And I popped it in the CD player and I became obsessed with this album.
Wow.
So I was really excited that this was one of the albums that were chosen to review because I think it's like a classic R&B album.
Yeah. No one's gonna argue with that. Stevie, what about you?
I think when we discussed what album he's going to do, I thought you meant was going to do his debut album, which it wasn't. It was this album, and at the time it was a big album, and I did play it a lot. Going back to it again, though, I do realise as R&B went into the 2000s, and you got Neo and that kind of. I think this was the start of what we call light R&B. So you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shorty got her eyes on me. Very light and very, very, very cruise ship type R&B. So this was ushering in the light R&B saga of the 2000s for me. A lot of very ballad heavy. Very ballad heavy. Get your sleeping bag time out. Get sleeping bag ready, folks.
I don't know about that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shorty got her eyes on me.
No. I you know what? I think if I was to, and we'll do the ratings at the end, but I was like, wow, this is one of those albums that I would say there were 12 songs. One of them was uh, the the what was it? You Know What's Up with Lisa, and then one was the one without her. So that's why I say there's 12 songs. I probably would say that there were 8 or 9 singles. A single, and it would just be like, yes, this there wasn't. There was probably 1 or 2 songs I thought,
8
okay,
to 9 singles from this album.
8 or 9 singles from this
No,
album.
no,
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
yeah,
Please stop.
yeah,
Please
yeah.
stop.
8 or 9 singles from this. This is
I
this
8
was
or
agree.
9
this.
records to send us all asleep, more like.
Yeah, this was such a powerful. I listened to it. I'm thinking, wow, look at this hit. Look at this. I used to rave about Joe's All That I Am album, but I was like, no, that's and Joe's a beautiful album and stuff, but this to me was like, wow, just look at the tracks, the styles, and everything. So I was like, wow, this is really good. So so I'm gonna have fun, and I'm sure a lot of people here who are joining in, Chukuma and DJ all day, yeah, everyone that will they will definitely come out and be supportive of this album. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, so I mean, this album was on the face. It just seems strange that he was on the face, but he was signed to Eddie F's Untouchables, and at this time, Eddie F was a senior vice president at the face. He had left Uptown Records because Jodeci was supposed to be signed on Eddie F's Untouchable Records because of what Eddie F had done, bringing in Albie Shaw and Kyle West to Uptown. So Andre promised them that I'll let you sign a group under your banner. However, when Jodeci came and were about to release the album, Guy had broken up. So Andre says, yeah, I have to break that promise because I need a group, and Jodeci are the group. So Eddie was hurt, and he just kind of withdrew from Uptown, and that's when he went to LaFace, and he worked there. He signed the stuff with Donell. He did his intro with Atlantic. So he was doing his stuff everywhere, and so this was allowing Donell on like the first album to do some of the stuff, and they got some real solid producers. So what? So we'll start off with. I mean, I'll start off with. As I said, I know You Know What's Up was on there twice, and I just didn't really count the one that had no Lisa, because there was a massive difference between when she was on the record and when she's not on it. I just thought like, wow, what a major difference. So I can start off with what came in at number 12 for me.
Okay.
It was a song that Donell wrote and produced by himself, and it reminded me of one of those songs that you put light a candle and wave, and I'm never a big fan of those types of songs, and it's a ballad. But the one thing you notice about Donell, he reminded me of which artist, when you listen to him sing, did he give you vibes of?
Donell Jones?
Yeah, if you listen to the album and listen to how he sings, who did he remind you of?
I don't have anybody.
Wow, Stevie, do you have any ideas of who his vibe, who he sounds like, or
I don't know, because it's very, he's on this album. He's picked up his guitar, and that is a heavy influence on this album. There's more. You can tell that some of the songs have come from an acoustic start point. There is an Al Green influence on some of the tracks, but in terms of vocals, I don't listen to Donell's vocal and think he sounds like this or that, that's a good thing, really. But anyway, you can tell us anyway, Namdi. Anyway, so off you go, sir.
Michael Jackson.
Really?
There was, and he's a massive Michael fan. He has this song called he has this song called so his all-time favorite song is late in my life, like myself. He did a version of it called "Love You." Sounds like it, but he says that when he tried to release it, Rod Templeton and Michael Rod Templeton says that's pretty much plagiarizing my song, so he couldn't. So he put it out as a bootleg. So he's a massive Michael Jackson fan, and he did a song called "Remember the King" after Michael died. But I'm listening to him, and I can hear elements of Michael. So my number 12 is "I Wanna Love You," and that sounds like a sort of a Michael type of vibe and stuff. It was nice, but it was it came in at number 12. I had other songs that I liked about it. Final big secret about Donell in the picture playing the guitar. He doesn't play the guitar.
Wow.
He doesn't play.
What?
He doesn't play any instruments. Yes.
Get the credits.
I said so. Donell, do you go on stage? And I do have it on tape on the interview. I said, Donell, so do you go and do you perform live with your guitar? He says, "Man, that's a prop." He says that was a prop. Yeah, he's a producer. He writes and produces, but he's a studio producer. He said that was a prop. He doesn't even and he doesn't smoke.
Yeah, Sheldon Goody is the guitarist on the album.
Yeah, and he co-produced a number of the tracks there. Wow. I think 3 songs there. Yeah. He doesn't smoke because I met him when he came to London. He doesn't smoke and doesn't play, but he says it was the prop, but it worked because it gave you that kind of Jimi Hendrix kind of like a smoking a cigar, playing his guitar, and it was like such an eclectic album.
So we got a fake Donell Jones on the album cover then. Play smoking and guitar.
It's a problem.
Wow.
Well, it worked because look what I said. They bought the album, my grandparents, because they thought
yeah.
he was a boob.
But this is like a D'Angelo look, yeah.
Wow. What an illusion we've been given, folks. Hey, an illusion to sell an album. Deary me. Let's hope the hat was real that he was wearing as well.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Oh goodness. Okay, so that's it. I Wanna Love You as yes, Donell did write and produce Get It Together for 702.
Yeah, he did a lot of writing for other artists, which is really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Am I next? Me?
Yes, you're next.
Okay, so what I have at number 12, again, this was another like hard album for me to rank because I feel like all the songs are good. I feel like there's no skips on this one. It doesn't put me to sleep. I feel like all the songs are really well done. So yeah, number 12. It's one that's produced by Eddie F. So I'm so sorry, but it's Pushing. I know.
What?
No.
I could totally understand why you put that there.
Okay.
I felt exactly totally underwhelmed by that track. I'll be honest. Totally underwhelmed by it.
Yeah, like thinking, like looking at the list of songs, like I started to remember, like, oh, I love this song, like without playing it, and I remember like Pushing, I didn't remember, and then listening to the album, it wasn't one that really like I gravitated to or really took me in. So I put that at number 12. It's still a good song, but it's my number 12.
Okay.
Stevie,
I'd have had Pushing at number 12 if there weren't a couple of ballads that just set me asleep. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. You can put this album in a CD and just press play and leave it playing. You can. It's nice to, apart from the outrageous club track that's on here that everybody knows. It's a nice album you can play in the back, have some friends over or whatever, have your date over and play it along. It's not, it's one of the. You're not skipping it or anything, so I do agree with that. But I do agree with you at number 12, Nandi. I Wanna Love You was at number 12 for me as well. You've talked. I don't need to say anymore. You've said it's just nice track, but it's just not something that it was memorable for me. Unfortunately, nice, just nice, and very saccharine, candle in the wind sort of thing.
Waving your hand.
Candle, yeah,
Easy,
it
you know,
was.
I was struggling to chart these, to put these in, and I was really struggling on this because there's a lot of ballads, and I'm like, I don't know where to put this and where, but these were the easier. These first three were the easier choices. 12, 11, and 10.
Candle.
Yeah, put these at 12, 11.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Number 11 for me. Yeah. So I don't know if it was a track that I listened to, and I thought there was it was something about it just didn't feel it was one of the few up-tempo songs on the album, and maybe because I like the vibe of the slow mid-tempo jams, that when this comes on, I was like, okay, I could see it, but the elements of it that I not feeling as much, and it's all right. It was the sort of I think it was a throwback to a Curtis Mayfield jam, and it was there. It was hopeful put where I want to be at number 11. Okay, wow.
I can
Okay,
understand.
so yeah, so for me,
a lightweight record.
okay, so it's all right, and that's with Goody, yeah, Sheldon Goody, who co-produced it and wrote it with him, is at number 11 for me.
Wow. Okay. Well, number 11, I'm going to put in, it is one of the slow songs on the album, but I just felt like the other songs did more storytelling that I was really into, whereas this was more simple. And then you guys had it as your number 12, which is I Want to Love You. So that has number 11 for me. It's still a good song, but there's not that much there compared to the other
Nice,
songs.
isn't it? It's nice. It's an easy choice to put at the back end of your chart, really.
Yeah.
An easy pick. I'll put that one there.
Yeah, that felt like as Jackie McGee would say, filler.
Yeah.
It felt like a filler. Okay, Stevie.
Number 11 is actually MMAC. Our good loyal viewer MMAC has picked All Her Love, and I've picked it at number 11 as well. Another lightweight ballad that I just don't remember much. I've got much to say about it, really. Very underwhelmed. Very, very underwhelmed.
Is it that you're not a big fan of ballads or what?
Listen, at the time I played this a lot. I did play this album a lot, and there is some real deep R&B jams on this that I'll highlight as we get further on. But I've just realised that it dawned on me, when did this? We used to have a term in the 2000s with some of my other R&B friends. We'd say it's very light R&B sounding that, and I'm thinking, where did this light R&B term? Did it come from Neo? Because there was just a change in the sound of R&B. It wasn't as gritty as what you got in the 90s. And this could be the start of it. It's the year 1999 wasn't a great year for R&B, I don't think. The albums weren't any. I don't think there was any real great albums in 1999. Also, unless you people in the comments can list them, I thought there was some good tracks out there. But anyway, number 11, All Her Love. I'll stick with that. Thank you, please.
Okay, let me. Yeah, I mean, I tend to. I did completely. Normally, I normally do this R&B albums, and yeah, normally I like to give a look at what came out in the year, so that it almost puts.
This was one of the stronger albums, I would say that, of that year. It definitely was one of the stronger ones.
Yeah, so if you think of 99, we had Mary's album, the Mary album, Fan Mail by TLC. I didn't like it. It had Writings on the Wall by Destiny's Child, Rainbow by Mariah Carey, Cisco Unleashed the Dragon, Khalees Kaleidoscope, Eric Benet, Day in the Life, Genuine 100%, Angie Stone, Black Album, Back at One, Brian McKnight. We had Stay in Power by Barry White, Ideal, Dave Hollister, Ghetto Hymns, IMX, Introducing IMX, Tracy Spencer's final album, Silk Tonight, Montel Jordan, Get It On Tonight, Finally by Blackstreet, oh wow, Missy, The Real World, Diddy Forever, Case Personal Conversations, we had It's Real by Casey and JoJo, 702's debut album. So we didn't really get any.
No, a lot of
I
good
mean,
tracks.
Hot Cocoa,
Yeah,
by
there's a lot of good
Coco,
tracks on the album.
Profile, Whisper, but Black came out in '99. Shanice's LaFace album came out in '99. Nas, I Am, Eve. So we didn't Chantel Small, The Moment Is Mine. So there wasn't the and then Shantae Savage this time, and Gina Thompson, If Only You Knew. So there wasn't the 96, 95 type of classic albums that came out. So, and Mark Nelson's Chocolate. So there were some albums that came out, but there wasn't. But I think of all of them, this one definitely was definitely. But the music scene had changed there because there was a lot of hip hop, and there was a lot of quickly get your attention and move on. Okay, number 10 for me. It was a song. Okay, maybe is it the producer that I'm not really feeling with that? No, but there's another one he did here. When I Was Down, nice ballad, and
it wasn't a ballad, Namdi.
Which one? Wait, hold on.
That's one of the up-tempo ones.
What did I have at number 11 then? It's All Right. I'm trying to. When I Was Down, why did I put it down here? Let me see. Oh, that's what I was thinking about. That was the one with the. What did I put down? It's All Right. Yeah. So that was the. So what I was trying to say about number 11 is what I'm saying about this. The number 10. I didn't like it was sampling Curtis Mayfield, and I was like, is this a real good up tempo, or is it just the electric guitar type sampling? It just didn't do it for me. And maybe if they'd used something else, I might have enjoyed it better. So that was there was something about that ding that really just irritated me slightly. That didn't make me appreciate it as much as I probably could if it wasn't there. It's one of those. It's like we have something a spread here called Marmite. It's either you love it or hate it, and that to me just became a deal breaker.
It's very compared to the rest of the album. It's very different in it.
Yeah.
It just comes like, whoa, what's this? But like I say, you either like it or you don't. After this podcast episode, Namdi, I implore you to go and listen to Curtis Mayfield and a track called Freddy's Dead from the Superfly album. It is a classic.
Yeah. It sampled it. It did sample it. But I did think that, I did sample it. So I did enjoy it. But I was like, do I like it? Or maybe it was something else. It was, so that was it for me. Yeah. Lorena, what about you?
No, at number 10, I have It's All Right. I like the song, but I just feel like there's better songs that are on the album.
Wow. You two don't rate that track that much.
No.
Wow. I thought that's one of the better tracks, to be quite honest. That's one of the bit the old guitar playing on it. Had a bit of the old Al Green feel to it. I'm surprised. You didn't really go for that.
Who's playing guitar then, since we know now Donell doesn't play guitar?
Sheldon.
That's what I need to know now.
And it's not like it was in the it was in it. So he said in his interview, and I said, "Okay, are you going to be playing guitar on stage?" He said, "No, I don't play." I said, "Look at the album cover." He said, "No, that was a prop." And even when he was releasing this, his last album called 100%, he was posing with the guitar, and I was thinking, "Oh," and he says, "No, it was just a prop." So yeah, as I said, it was one of the things. But because look, if you look at any videos of Donell, he's never be with an instrument, or he's never behind a piano. He's not behind a piano or instrument. So it's not that he's, yeah. You just watch any video, any performance, he's never picks up a guitar or anything. Yeah. But anyway, Stevie, what about you?
I went for the track that sound production wise. Do you remember a term that again come out the 2000s called chopped and screwed, where they get an R&B or a rap track and slow it down so much that they'd be rapping, they go like that. It'd be really like sound like a zombie on a track.
Yeah, from like
But it almost sounds on this, on the not on the vocals, on the production, like they've chopped and screwed Eddie F and the Untouchables trademark productions club sound, and that's pushing. I went for number 10. He's slow. He's like, he's trying to get it going, but it isn't. It won't get it going. And I didn't think the song was a very average song and could have been at number 12 for me. But the fact that they tried to push the tempo up a bit, I thought it's got a couple of points for me on that. Just, you know, it's got out of the ballad. It's getting into mid-tempo. So I've gone for pushing at number 10. But again, I wasn't blown away with it, I'll be honest. 5 out of 10 for me. 5 out of 10.
Okay. Look at everyone's joking on Andre 2000 doesn't really play the flute, and hopeful of saying the credits steadily state who's playing the instruments on the album. But it's the aesthetics of watching, you know, of the album cover. You know, would assume that he isn't actually a guitar player, because why would you doubt
Well,
it?
he had me fooled. He had me fooled. If he wouldn't have told you, Namdi, he'd have all fooled. To be
Yeah, of course. And plus, you wouldn't even notice he never plays the guitar on stage or in any video. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolute charlatan he is.
Now, I was surprised. I listened to this song, and I was excited. Like, oh, he worked with this guy, with this producer, and I looked at the credits today for the first time. So I listened to the album. As I said, I don't want to be influenced by the writers and producers. So I listened to the song, sort of organize my list. Then I go back and look at the credits. So I looked at the credits today, and I said, "Oh no, this song was done by Donell." But there's no how you can listen to this song and not say that this song is sounds and the whole vibe is of another sort of writer producer. And I don't know if you can think of what song I might be thinking about.
I don't know.
There is one song, okay. There is one song here, my number 9, which at first I enjoyed.
It's got to be one of the singles, hasn't it?
Well, it didn't come out, it didn't get released as a single.
No,
Oh, so it's not one of the singles.
It didn't get released as a single, but it sounds like a song that another songwriter producer would easily do. In fact, it sounds almost like a complete cover of one of his songs. Wow. It is my number 9. Think About It. Listen to it. That's an R. Kelly song. That's
I see what you mean now.
I was thinking, so I thought, wow, he did a record with R. Kelly. So I'm looking, I said, no, there's no R. Kelly here. But this was, it was Stay Good Lovin'. I think it was Half on My Baby or something like that. I think it was just, I mean, listen to it, think about it, and tell me that you would not think that's a complete R. Kelly vibe. Wasn't a problem. But I thought R. Kelly did the track, and I was surprised. But yes, and it was higher up in my list during the early part of the week. But then I just thought, okay, you know, It's it felt so familiar with an R. Kelly track from his albums that I thought maybe that's why I was so drawn to it. But I pushed it back down to number 9. Yes, think about it. Yeah, please, everyone, give it a listen quickly and tell me that you did not think R. Kelly.
It's got, like you say, it's got a very generic, very formulaic 90s R&B sound to it. I definitely agree with what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Now that you point it out.
So at the time, you guys didn't think it?
No, but when you said it, I'm like, okay, yeah, now I connect the two. It does sound like an R. Kelly track.
Yeah, so that comes in at number 9 for me.
Well, for number 9, I was thinking the same thing. So I have Think About It, Don't Call My Crib. But I really wish that the second part, Don't Call My Crib, like it goes from there's like a little interlude and then it goes into that song. But I really wish that was a song in itself. Because I feel like he's just really good at writing and like storytelling. So I really wish that part of it was another song.
Okay. Yeah. You definitely. Yeah, it definitely had merit for that. It definitely had merit for that. What about you, Stevie?
I went for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shorty got her eyes on me.
What?
I remember when it come out as a single, and I'm thinking, it's really lightweight. This for a single, very lightweight. I mean, it's memorable. It's got a very catchy. You can't not forget that chorus, and I can understand why people would probably think it's one of the best R&B tracks I've ever heard. But I just think it's very lightweight, nice. I like the track, just nice. But number 9, I don't know. Number 9 for me, it might surprise a lot of people. Again, another 5, 6 out of 10 track for me.
A 6 out of 10 track, okay. Yeah. Okay. Bump and Grind remix, okay, that's okay. Down low, okay. We're number 8, right?
Yeah.
She's giving you all her love. All her love was number 8. So I really did like this. I think from number 8 to number 3, it could have gone anywhere. It could have moved anywhere. They maybe to number 3, 8 to number 3. I just they could have gone anywhere. But and then this was done, written, and produced by Donell. And I wondered why he didn't do. I still don't get no R. Kelly from it. Sorry, I still wasn't. I was surprised that he didn't write and produce his entire album. But the labels were like, no, man, we need some variety, we need some hits, and but he did this by himself. So that's number 8 for me. Down Low. So that was the track that I was thinking about.
Down
Low
that.
for R. Kelly. Secret love. Yeah. Yes. Anyway.
Okay.
What is your?
So for number 8 for me is one of the more up-tempo songs. So it's When I Was Down is number 8. I really like that song. I know the intro of that song, Namdi, you were kind of like, where is this going? But I don't know. I thought it was like really good.
Dun, 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 dun. Freddie's dead. Dun, dun, dun. It is a massive 70s like cinematic track to sample that. It really
it's like a black exploitation stuff. Yeah.
You kind of get like that imaging in your head when you listen to the track. Like for me, I get that like seeing like an old school car like driving down the street.
Like Shaft or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as I said, it was one of those things where you can you go either way. You can think, okay, this is one of the best. I'm gonna love it, or maybe the sample. But anyway, that was me. Okay, Stevie.
Well, I was staring into 90s formulaic slow jam, 90s sleeping bag bliss on this. Think about it. Da, 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 da. And that's my number 8.
Think about it. Okay.
Is it because it's repetitive?
Yeah, really trying so hard at this point with when I was listening to the album, not to just try and stay awake. You know what I mean? I was struggling, try to stay awake here. You know what I mean, guys?
Try to stay awake. I don't understand. This was such an amazing.
I gotta think about. I tell you what, if any of you out there have got any problems with insomnia at night, put this album on.
Oh my god!
I put this album on because I guarantee in 20 minutes you'll have fell asleep.
Okay, I'll go to number 7. I think one of the things I like about this writer and producer is that if you listen to a number of his songs, it's a story. So he tells an amazing story with his lyrics, and you can almost visualize what they're trying to portray. And if you think about what's the song he did for it? It's called so for Blackstreet's Another Level album, it was called I Can't Get You Out of My Mind. So it was one of my favorite songs on that album. And for Blackstreet's Finally album, he did Drama. And so with this album, he did 2 songs, but the one that I put in number 7 is also another track where he's telling a story, and it's called Have You Seen Her? And so it was written by Eric Williams of Blackstreet and co-produced by Wes. And his style of writing is trying to visualize what's going on, and the way Donell delivers it is also definitely great. So Have You Seen Her at number 7 for me.
Wow, wow, Namdi, that's one of the better songs. It's telling a story there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that is interesting because that's what I gravitated to on this album is the songs that have such good storytelling where you, like you said, you can basically see what's happening.
I thought it's one of the stronger tracks.
Yeah.
What do I know? What do we know? It's all an opinion at the end of the day.
True. All right, for me, for number 7, this was hard. This song for me could be anywhere, like in the top 5, but it just, I don't know. There's other songs that I like more on the album, and that's He Won't Hurt You.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a really good song, but I have it at 7.
Wow.
Wow. What did you make of it, though? What did you make of I mean, it's just a very powerful
song. It's good, but I just feel like Donell is such a smooth talker. Like a lot of these songs on this album, like he's very like player with it, with everything that he's doing. He's a smooth talker, so I don't know. I love the song. It's a good song. Really good.
Okay.
What about you, Steve?
And Max says Namdi still has the Love Online hangover from the last one. He stunned us all with his number 1 Love Online guide. We really did not see that one coming. If you've not seen that episode, go back and watch it. Anyway, my number 7, I could almost envisage the Good Fairy out of Wizard of Oz appearing out of this. It's got a very la 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 kind of la 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 floating kind of vibe to this, and the good fairy comes down and he's singing away, where I wanna be, where I wanna be. Oh, Mary, Mary, don't. What's she called in the Wizard of Oz? The young girl. It wasn't Mary, was it? Was it Mary? What's she called? Dorothy, that was it.
Dorothy, yeah.
Oh, Dorothy, don't worry, Dorothy, don't worry, Dorothy. Just protect your red shoes there. But it's just got that fairy tale, fairy lightweight feel to it. Nice, lovely, nice song. Where I Wanna Be at number 7, with the fairy out of the Wizard of Oz coming down.
Okay. Number 7. Okay, number 6 for me. I'm listening to this and I'm thinking that why enough wasn't made about this song, or maybe we were in an era pre Me Too and it didn't catch on. But when I listen to it, I'm thinking, wow, I wonder if it would have been effective if he had done a video. And I wonder if it would have been effective if in the video he could have had maybe his cousin or maybe his mum or a good friend who called for help, and he comes around to support, and it's He Wouldn't Hurt You. And abuse against men and women is rampant, and they could have used this as a good way of highlighting that actually people might not even notice what's going on, and they could have had a twist. They probably could have had it that it's actually the guy getting beaten up by his girl, and he's calling, and at the end of the twist is the fact that he needs to help his friend out because it could have been something like that, but we don't know. But they could have found a way, just like when they did In My Bed by Drew Hill. But yeah, I thought it was very poignant, a very powerful track. It was hard to like it because it was it felt real and raw, and it's like he's telling a story, and so it was almost like, can I really enjoy the song because of the message? So yeah, it wasn't like I Miss You, because I Miss You was like, oh man, yeah, you can relate to it. This just felt like, oh, a little sensitive and stuff. So yeah, number 6 for me, He Won't Hurt You.
Yeah, no, I get that. But it's a good song, but it's probably not something that you would like want to put on to listen.
No. yeah.
For me, for number 6, I put where am I? Number 6, This Love is what I put at number 6.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
This love, that's a good mid-tempo jam, that I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheldon Goody did the production there. Probably playing the guitar. Even though Donell's holding his guitar. Okay. Stevie, what about you?
I think you both picked this one. I think you definitely have, Namdi, but it's the what. And I do find in general, like, more acoustic guitar-based R&B, especially when, like, a lot of artists do it now. They release like an EP and then they'll release an acoustic version, and I find it very boring. I do find it very, and I'm sure it sounds great in a live setting. If you went to a bar and you see him pick up a guitar, and I just find it all a bit like, oh, really me. Whoops. So I've gone for It's All Right, number 6. It's got an Al Green flavour to it. Do you want to sort out the domestic riot that's going on for a minute or two?
Yeah, I need to see what my kids are doing.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, I've gone for It's All Right at number 6, which is it has more of an, like I say, an Al Green flavour to it. I thought. What did you think, Lorena?
No, it does have like a old school feel to it. I was even thinking of like when he did that remake of like the Stevie Wonder song. So I feel like maybe this too could have been something that could have been like on his first album, but it's a really solid track still.
Did you already pick that one?
Yeah, I did. I put it at number 10, unfortunately.
Number 10.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Right. Okay. M Mac says, I agree. This was my first time hearing it. A lot of songs do sound alike, hard to differentiate. So see, I weren't kind of wrong there, was I, with what I was saying before going through the album? It's a bit, some of it is a bit samey. Paul Hampton says, my top 3 is number 1, Shorty, number 2, This Love, and I Want to Love You. So you didn't go for the big club track then, Mr. Paul. That's interesting. What else?
But I feel like it's like what Namdi was saying. Like I feel like there could have been more songs that could have been singles on this album to me. Like I feel like the big singles are great, like You Know What's Up and Where I Want to Be, but I feel like they could have had other ones too.
I can only remember 3 singles. Was there more than 3 singles released from this?
I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure.
What I remember was You Know What's Up. I'm sure that was the first single, followed by, or was it Shorty? It was one of them two was the first single. And then Where I Want to Be. He's back. Did you sort it out?
Yeah.
Did you send them all to bed?
So
get them to bed.
Yes, okay. So where did we stop?
We stopped at I just picked my number 6, which was It's All Right.
Okay.
So we're back at,
We're
going for our top 5 now, Namdi.
Top 5, yes. So top 5 for me, number 5. Another track done by Eric Williams with Donell Jones. And it's Shorty's Got Her Eyes on Me. And it's another storytelling song and stuff. And it's you don't notice it at the time. Just telling a story from a third party view. So it's like, look what's happening and stuff like that, and how much that could just draw you in. And that's the thing. I just put up a clip of when I interviewed Eric Williams of Blackstreet, and he talked about that he likes to sing, but he's not a performer, and he's always wants to be a songwriter. And he and being able to work with Donell was really great, because the way Donell was able to interpolate his songs. So, Shorty's Got Her Eyes on Me. And a big bit off is Eric Williams co-wrote I Will for Usher's My Way album. And that's when he got LaFace Records A&R saying, hey, come and work with Donell. Yes. So that's my number 5.
So neither of you think then that When I Was Down should have been a single release? In your 8 or 9 that you would have picked for a single, because both of you picked that already. Yeah. It's not one of your choices for a single with a big sample in it. Could have been a great video. When he's back, he could have put his big Mac Daddy coat on and pimp,
his hat
and his guitar.
It's regret coming out and a guitar and
No, I didn't think. I didn't. But that was. I mean, I think Shorty we could. Yeah, I mean, there was a beautiful single and stuff like that. I think I need to swap everyone around so we can get back and follow our order. So, Lorena, what did you have for your number 5?
Number 5, I have All Her Love. That's what I put at number 5. It's one of my favorite songs off of this album. I feel like it's a great storytelling that he did in this song. But yeah, I put it
How
at
did you
number
stay
5.
awake listening to that one?
Sorry?
How did you stay awake listening to that one?
I love that song. I was up.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Wow.
Yeah, don't mind Stevie. He's
I'm a bit of a protagonist on this. I can be a bit protagonist on this show, you know. A bit of a wind up,
That song is so good. I love it.
wind up merchant. Yeah.
So Hopeful says if when I was down, if it was released, it would have been an industry move because of the sample.
Mm.
I do wonder it would have been maybe the publishing companies seeing how to get money out of that.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
maybe it could have been a
Yeah.
song too, like on a soundtrack, a movie soundtrack.
Yeah, I do wonder if there was some.
Did he do? I'm sure he did some on a Shaft. Did he do some on a Shaft soundtrack? You know, when they did that remake of Shaft in the late, is it the early 2000s? I'm sure.
Oh, with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
Samuel
a great,
Jackson.
really,
Yeah.
really good Donell Jones track on that, as I do remember. But anyway, what number are we up to? Number 5.
Yeah.
I got He Won't Hurt You at number in my top 5. I really do.
Wow, you really like it?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a strong record. Like I say, it is. You know, my top 5 is strong. I think it's a strong top 5. This, and I thought, yeah, just quality. Like you say, saying something in this, it comes over quite well. I think the production's good. So, you know, there's more meat to it, more to it than say Shorty or Where I Want to Be, and maybe they couldn't release this as a single for that reason. I know what you were saying, Namdi, but maybe it was a bit too heavy for radio play. Maybe they went with a more lightweight direction.
Yeah, let me see.
Ooh, I love that song he had on Love and Basketball. I can't remember the name.
I'll go.
Yes.
I'd like a bouncy club vibe to I'll Go.
Yeah.
No, that was a good track. That. Yeah,
yeah.
I remember the modern soulers out there used to call that kind of I'll Go that product. They called it bouncy castle music because it had like a bouncy castle vibe to it when you danced. A happy bouncy vibe to it. Bouncy castle modern soul it was.
Yeah, I can't remember the one in Love and Basketball. Yeah. Okay. Number 4 for me. Goodness, I almost feel bad putting it here. Number 4 for me is This Love. Such a beautiful track.
Really
beautiful vibe.
Surprise you two.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my number 1, 2, and 3. Just memories of that, but yeah, This Love, yeah, and okay, we'll talk after the countdown when what we thought about the ballads and the tracks on this album compared to All That I Am by Joe, which had Good Girls and I Want to Know and others ones, and see how this album stacks with that. But anyway, go ahead, Arena. What's your number 4? It's all right. Okay. Have you seen it?
So for number 4, I put where am I? Number 4, I put Where I Want to Be.
Where I want.
Yeah.
Where I want to be.
What did you make of the song when you think about it?
I remember listening to the song in high school and loving the song, but not really paying attention to the lyrics of the story. Which is crazy. But yeah, I think it's just a well done, well put together song. It was one of my favorite songs. It still is. Like whenever it comes on, I listen to it. I think it's a great song. Really, really good, solid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely title track and everything. Okay.
I think a lot of people will have, like you say, that record in the top 5. I can totally understand. I do get it, even though I had it number 7, just to be controversial this evening. We're at number 4, are we?
Yeah.
The more grittier, more storytelling. Have You Seen Her? that just stood out to me more as a song. Really, really got to me. That, you know, I just thought it stood out. That's standing out more tonight. And he would them tracks are more than those singles. I think those singles were good picks for radio play. They got a very lightweight daytime radio vibe about them, and I couldn't totally understand why they put them out as singles. Whereas these tracks I'm picking now, these are the real gritty 90s flavored R&B that I kind of like, you know, that resonate with me a bit. So, have you seen her? It wasn't MC Hammer. Have you seen her? Have you seen?
Hopefully,
Well, definitely wasn't that one.
hopefully said on the third album, there's a part 2 of Where I Want to Be, and she says it's actually better. I don't think I've heard that one.
I think it's called Where You Are. It is a good song.
Okay, I need to listen to that. Okay, that was number 4. So my number 3. I spoke with the co-producer of this song to find, and he said that he was in. They were working together on it, and he was coming up with ideas. Nothing landed, and he just, Donell's, in the studio. Then his kids came to hang out. They were playing. And he just said, look, I've just done this music stuff here, see if this will work. And then he was out. And he says, 6-7 months later, he meets Donell at the ADF party. And Donell says, man, they love the song that we did. And he's like, what song? Yeah, and he says, what? And L.A. Reid says it's one of his favorite songs. And it was Kyle West, and it's Where I Want to Be. Kyle did not think anything of it. And I have to credit Donell, because he took what Kyle did, the structure of the song, and he added some things, but he left Kyle West as a co-writer and co-producer, even though Kyle just left the sort of the melody and the sample stuff and left away. And there's something about the innocence of the song, about what he, it reminded me of a Stevie Wonder type of ballad and song. The way that he sang it, how people sing Rhythm in the Sky and some other of Stevie's songs that were it was on the tip of my hand and it just disappeared. Did Donell cover Stevie Wonder's song on his first album? I think he did.
Yeah, Knocks Me Off My Feet.
Knocks Me Off My Feet. So it has that type of a vibe of Knocks Me Off My Feet kind of thing. Yes, well done. And that's the innocence of that. And maybe because I know Kyle West had a hand in it, and the fact that Kyle West, who openly admitted that, one of the problems he had with doing New Jack Swing with I'll Be Sure is that people thought, oh, but you're from the 80s, you can't really do ballads, or you can't still make music in 99, 10 years later. And this was his opportunity. And he did stuff on Pebbles and others. So yeah, Where I Want to Be is at number 3 for me. Co-written and produced by Kyle West.
Wow.
Wow. Most least sounding Kyle West record you'll ever hear.
The most what?
The most least sounding Kyle West record you're ever likely to
hear. Yeah, you're right. Hey, think about someone on Pebbles, Straight to the Heart. Mm-hmm. He did a title track on that, and you won't hear. You hear elements of Kyle, but you won't notice it was him. Mm. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Okay.
For me, for number 3, I put Have You Seen Her? That is my number 3. That is one of my favorite songs on there. Another one that's storytelling, great description. So you see exactly in your mind what is happening throughout the song. Yeah, that's my number 3.
It's a good pick, that. A good pick.
Yeah, let me see. Have you seen it? Okay. So do you like the storytelling and
Yeah, like I noticed like when listening to the album, like I gravitated a lot to those songs where I can clearly see like what's happening.
Mm. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Stevie, what did you put down?
Just at that, you know, that point at like, I don't know, about 5:30, 6 in the morning, where you're in that deep state of like, you're just completely gone in that deep, real deep drooning, and you don't want to wake up, and then the alarm goes, and it's like, oh no, and then you're a beat, and the beat comes in, and you're thankful that somewhere on the album there's a track with a beat in it, and then in comes This Love. Oh, this love. And suddenly it wakes you up out of a slumber, out of a deep slumber. And this is how I felt when I heard this. I was just so happy that we got you know, out of the ballad, you know, that dream state that I was in, and This Love made it to number 3 for me. Just so happy that, you know, finally something with a pulse, that, you know, something that made your heart beat. Here it is, This Love. Thank you. Number 2.
It's okay. So you went okay. I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, This Love. I mean, it is a feel good song as well. Yeah, it's definitely a feel good track.
But crying out for a bit more up tempos. This album, crying out, it was really.
No, but I think what you have to appreciate is that he had a lane that he wanted to stay in. With his
You know, we could have
ballads,
got into the middle lane. You know, we've all got. Sometimes you got to go in that middle lane to overtake Namdi. You can't always stay in the slow lane, can you? If you want to get somewhere, you got to be brave, and you get in the middle lane, overtake, and then go back in the slow lane. You know,
his biggest selling album. For me, number 2. I wish they had done a video for this, and even done a feature on it as well. When I listened to it, I thought, "Oh, this could be my number 1," but I kind of listened back and forth, and it said, "Okay, yeah, it's at number 2," and I must say that it's a very close number 2. And I don't know how you guys did not rate this, but Pushin' is my vibe. Pushin' is my vibe. And it's done by Eddie F and Darren Lighty. And both of them wrote and produced it. It was just like you listen to it loud. I was in the car, I was blasting. I'm thinking, what would it have been like in the club hearing this stuff? And I think if he had come off after the MC Left Eye track, and if it come out with this one, it would have just been like, oh, okay, Donell. I mean, I just love the pushing. I just love the whole vibe, and it was what Darren Lighty was really about. Because he was doing that, he was doing the stuff for Next, he was doing the stuff for Eddie, he was doing the dancing with guys. So Darren Lighty had that type of vibe, the music, and didn't matter who he worked alongside. And this was a jam for me. Just keep on pushing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you guys didn't rate it at all. What did you have it as?
Me?
Yeah.
I had it at 12.
Pushing. Where did you put it?
I nearly put it at 12. I actually nearly put it at 12 as well. This is what I've done. I just thought it was so bland as a song. It just didn't do anything. And like you say, the production, it's like they put the production in a chokehold. You wanted to get going, but it wouldn't.
No, it was just at the tempo that it needs to be.
That's what's so great, because you just like, he blows out the water with that choice, Namdi. You know.
Yeah, that was my vibe. That was my jam. It was almost at number 1, but I just had to push it back.
Wow.
Oh wow! It was almost number 1.
It was almost number 1, but I had to, It was almost number one.
I'd have left that off the album, to be quite honest.
No, goodness, hell no.
I'd have put it out as like a single. You know, like if you buy a CD single with like a B side, it'd have a bonus track on it. It's been not
No,
out the B
goodness, no.
side. That'd have been it for me. Pushing.
No, I loved how he sang it. I love his delivery. I loved his delivery.
Wow.
Where did I put the Michael Jackson? Yeah, I loved his delivery on it as well. All Her Love was my Michael Jackson track. I didn't remember that one. Yeah, and Have You Seen It was the storytelling. Yeah. Where did I put All This Love? Love You. Yeah, that's number 8. Okay. Rena, what's your number 2?
I guess this is where it gets controversial for me. Well, actually, no, it's been controversial because I put Pushing at 12. So my number 2 is You Know What's Up with Left Eye.
Wow.
My number 2.
Wow.
Okay. What did you make of the track?
I love that song, like, till this day. Like, it gets played at every party. I used to get mad with the radio, though, because they didn't play the version with Left Eye. So that would get me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, here in Canada, like, they would play You Know What's Up, like, because we don't have, like, an R&B.
Oh, they went into rap.
No, and they wouldn't play the rap version, and it would get me so mad. Because that is the version that I love, because I was a Left Eye fan and TLC fan. But yeah, till this day, I listen to this song all the time. It's just a great classic song. And the video was good too, to have like those cameos in it as well. There was Usher and different people in the video too. So yeah, so still a fun song.
Yeah. Andrew Knight, who does the New Jacks, he's originally from Canada. And he told us growing up in there that they didn't put any hip hop, they'll edit it out.
Yeah.
So now that, so are they still, so he said that was what it was like back then.
Yeah, no, but still, like, on the mainstream stations, if they were to play this song still, they would still play the original one without her on it. Wow. Even when they played, what's the song that they had, No Scrubs? Like,
they removed her verse?
Yeah, I don't think we had her verse on it, like her rap. I don't think it was there. It was really weird.
Wow.
What about Drake then? Does he not get played on the radio? Is he not
No,
famous?
now he does. He's like huge. But I remember growing up, like, they would cut out the rap in songs.
Well, to be fair, a lot of the singles that got sent to radio did have a no rap, because I used to get sent stuff when I was DJing. And there'd always be a mix with no rap on, a radio edit with no rap. And there'd be times when I'd fill out comments and I'd say, please, some of the raps were terrible on tracks. And I used to say, please, is there a mix without the rap? I wouldn't want it. But other with a Left Eye, it's too good. You know when there's a good rap, and you know when there's a terrible rap.
Yeah.
You might have
they even said it too. They would not play Left Eye's raps on TLC tracks. Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it does night and day listening to her on the radio track without, Hopeful saying KJLH, that's Stevie Wonder's label. They would not play the Left Eye rap on TLC tracks. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Stevie, what did you get?
I went with a track that's got a bit of a backbone to it, and like I say, harks back to that big Curtis Mayfield 70s soundtrack sample.
What?
I was just so happy that they got another up tempo on here. Something to, get a bit of oomph, you know what I mean? To keep your heart beating.
Like pushing? Like pushing? And then up tempo track like pushing.
Number 2 for me, quite easily, was When I Was Down. Easily number 2, man. Just thank God they put this track on the album just to save it from nocturnal sleep bliss.
I'm surprised you didn't put Pushing higher up then if you wanted an up tempo track.
I don't know. This did it more for me. This is far more did it more. It's a good like warm up track in a club. This as well to play, I think as well. Freddy's dead.
Okay. Well, let me go from number 12 down to number 1. So at number 12, I had I Wanna Love You. Do, 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 do. So that was the sleepy track. Number 11, It's All Right. Number 10 is When I Was Down. As I said, My Might. Number 9 was Think About It, Don't Call My Crib, the R. Kelly track. Number 8 is All Her Love. This was very Michael Jackson, in a good way. Number 7, Have You Seen Her? Number 6 is He Won't Hurt You. Number 5 was Shorty Got Her Eyes on Me. Number 4 is This Love. Number 3 is Where I Want to Be. Number 2 was Pushing. And I think there was no disagreement that to me the best song on the album was the Left Eye version of You Know What's Up. The ding ding ding, the whole production and her talking, Eddie F, Darren Lighty, Untouchables, and the way she interacts with it, it just takes it to. It's funny that when I listen to the album version and he says "me and my niggas," and then you listen to the radio version, it says "me and my fellas," and I'm wondering why did you need to put it in there? And that's why the album was certified as an R album, because in 2 places he decided just to not switch up just that word on two songs. This one and I can't remember what other song it was, but it's like it made a difference with it being a parental advisory. But yeah, You Know What's Up is the beat is fly. It's the whole thing. Number 1 for me. Remix version of that. Hopeful put Have You Seen It number 1. Okay, so
Keep sweat calling, Namdi. Keep sweat calling.
Yeah.
on his call.
Oh, that's his.
So he's even for every artist he's got on his WhatsApp, he's got a ringtone like there'll be a Rodney Jerkins Destiny's Child track when Rodney calls him. You know what I mean? His best friend. And is it Die from Jay? Don't Walk Away. That one will start playing when she calls.
When she calls.
And the Make You Laugh Forever play when Jackie McGee's calling.
Yeah, I do have the Okay, so Lena, what about you?
Okay, for 12, I had Pushin'. 11, I Wanna Love You. I know, Dandy.
She got that one right, Namdi. She got that one right. I'm sorry.
Number 10, It's All Right. Number 9, Think About It, Don't Call My Crib. Number 8, When I Was Down. Number 7, He Won't Hurt You. Number 6, This Love. Number 5, All Her Love. Number 4, Where I Wanna Be. Number 3, Have You Seen Her? Number 2, You Know What's Up, the remix featuring Left Eye. And number 1, I put Shorty Got Her Eyes on Me. So bring out the sleeping bag, Stevie.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, that is my number 1 song. I love that song.
Wow. I understand. I do. I was fully aware of that some people would really rate that, and I get it. I do get it.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful song, isn't it? I mean, that's why I said there was very little to choose between some of the tracks. Very little to choose between some of the tracks.
Yeah, you could switch them out in different places. I don't know, the tracks are very good. It's a very well done album.
Yes. Okay, Stevie, what about you?
Number 12, I Wanna Love You, the one that you said sounds like Michael Jackson. Number 11, All Her Love. Number 10, I had Pushing Namdi. Is it number 10? So at least it did make my top 10. Number 9, I got I got Lorraine's number 1. I got Shorty, got number 9. Number 9, wow. Number 8. It could have been further up that, to be fair. I'm not doing it justice, that record, am I? Number 8, Think About It. Number 7, Where I Wanna Be. Number 6, It's Alright. Number 5, He Won't Hurt You. Number 4, Have You Seen Her? Number 3, This Love. Number 2 is a very stubborn choice when I was down in terms of the tempo. And number 1, I guess it goes back to, I was still going out to R&B nights then, clubbing, you know, from 92 up till about 2006. I would say they were my prime R&B hip hop, like, so going out every week on a Saturday. And I must admit, as 99 turned into the early 2000s, trying to find tracks, R&B tracks that got people to dance, it was slowly getting on life support because the tempo was dropping and dropping. So a song like You Know What's Up, this was you know, this was prime nightclub fodder, this, that'd get people on the dance floor. You know, that sound that Eddie F had with, like, and also the sounds like Next, Wifey, and Too Close, that kind of Case, not Case, Jaheim, Just In Case, all those.
Yeah, you also
Rough Ends No More, all them tracks
No,
were prime. They were prime club tracks. And
but it was the same Darren Lighty that did
anything
those ones.
since then.
Yeah,
We've not had anything today, you know, we've not had anything like that. It was like the last of the great R&B dance tracks. Artists today won't even go near anything like this anymore. They won't make stuff to get you to dance. And I don't understand it. You're in your early 20s, you've got all the energy. You know, you can move. You know, you're not like me and Namdi where our knees are starting to buckle.
No.
Well, you're back.
I can still go down.
You've got a bit of Burt Bacharach problem, but you can't bed in the morning. Oh, a bit of Burt Bacharach. Oh, me back. You know, you guys, you young dudes, you've not got them problems. So why are you dancing? Why are you doing a fake MJ? At least fake MJ's try to dance. You might not better pull it off, but the guys on IG try to do the MJ dances, try to get picked for his role, bless him. But you guys are there with your, you know, your sleeping bag and your guitar and R&B sound. Come on, folks. But anyway, You Know What's Up. Very easy pick. I mean, it's not hard to pick that one, is it? It's a classic, R&B classic. That's my number 1. Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely a good choice. What would you give this album out of a 10?
Ooh, I really like this album, so I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay. Stevie?
Despite everything I've said, and considering the year that it came out and what this album represents, because it does represent something to a lot of R&B fans, I'm giving it 8 out of 10. I'm giving it a high rating. I think it is a high, you know, I think it's a strong album despite everything that I've said, and a lot of it's for show for the podcast, guys. You know it is. But
I honestly thought you were gonna give it a bit lower, so I'm surprised. That's really good.
Yeah, no, it's an 8 out of 10 album, this, for me.
Yeah, I think for me, for 99, it was a 9 out of 10 for me from 1999, especially when I gave you the list of the albums that came out in 99. I don't think there were that many that I rushed and bought and had on my playlist.
I think for me, the only other album that I had was Destiny's Child at that time.
Ooh. Was that the one with No?
No, that was the one with Say My Name.
Yeah, that was a big album.
Oh, Say My Name.
That was a big album.
Yeah. We got the Mary album. What's the one with the Mary album? What did she have on that one? I can't remember what she had on that Mary album. Was that the one she had with Dr. Dre? I can't remember what was on the Mary album, but yeah, I think apart from the Mary album, anyone else? Fan Mail. Some of the songs were good, but I didn't like
really
the actual track.
Really disappointed with that TLC.
Yeah.
I have to listen to that again. I
Yeah.
think I had that album. I remember I had that album and I went to the concert.
Yeah. Then Back at One was that the one that he had? I used to like the Brian McKnight stuff.
Again,
I
Brian
didn't never
McKnight,
listen.
you got a really good couple of tracks, and the rest of it, you sleeping bag. You're falling asleep with old Brian. He's sending you asleep, wasn't he?
Did you ever listen to Dave Hollister's Ghetto Hymns?
No.
I'd have to go back to it. It's probably a strong album, that actually.
And then we had two albums that tanked. One called Finally and one called Forever. So Diddy released Forever, which was I think the title track was the lead single was the one he did for Godzilla. It was on Godzilla soundtrack, and didn't have the vibe of the first one, and the Blackstreet Finally album as well. The Casey and JoJo for It's Real is for Real, was out. Christiana Aguilera, I think Genie in a Bottle. So we didn't really have only God Can Judge Me Now, Master P. It wasn't a good time. Life is an Aquarium by Mint Condition. Yeah, this wasn't a golden time for music. And unfortunately, Coco's album didn't do too well that year as well. Yeah. And then Shanice released her album, went gold, and she was pregnant with her first child, and LaFace dropped her. Like, yeah, you know what? We don't want to deal with mums and
Some
stuff,
nice
and
stuff
that was
on that
sad.
album as well. There's some good stuff. Nice to see it come back. It really was.
Yeah.
I like the way they've done the album cover and everything. I like the packaging of that album. Just didn't promote it, did they, that much?
No, LaFace didn't really, and I think what happens is when they stuck with TLC, they had this Donell, so we combined, they had them two albums coming out at the same time, and they had the Outkast guys and Usher, so they're like, let's just cut our losses and stuff. Anyway, yeah, Sunshine by Coco was a decent album as well. Right, so it has been, it's definitely been a nice little chat on this album. I think we'll go offline to talk about the next album, especially as we get towards the end of the year. The breaking news that was confirmed just before we started was Dawn Robinson has confirmed that she is returning to Halftime Chat after 5 years. And she would tell us if there are any plans to return back to En Vogue, and what she makes of things, and if she is still sleeping in her car or not. So that is just being confirmed just before we went on air, and so it will take place this week. And as soon as it's done, half of the press, I will sign a distribution deal with Disney Channel or something like that. So we'll see. Anyway, just kidding. So, guys, we enjoyed this evening. It was a different album. I mean, Bree, I hadn't seen you all day, and Keith as well.
Popped up.
Everyone just jumping in. Yeah, okay. The Heat album released also by LaFace at that time as well. Bree, now before you go, is there a date and time for? No, so I'm interviewing Dawn this week, so we're pre-recording it because I think by pre-recording we can I get more out of the artist when it's live. Shazam from H-Town, he is coming live on Wednesday.
Wow.
That would be live on Wednesday.
Wow.
Shazam from H-Town. So
I always said we need to do an H-Town album, Nambi. We really need to do H-Town. That's what we do. They did some strong albums. Old H-Town.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So he's just his publicist has just confirmed that Shazam will come on this Wednesday. So that would be live.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tell you what would be a genius move, Namdi, is to get old fake MJ on. Have a chat with him, maybe do an MJ album to rate. We can all rate an MJ album with him. I'm telling you. I'll get all fake MJ on. You know,
Fake
don't knock it. You know, I bet he'd be a great guest. He'd be fantastic. You know, you could tell us that how he made the album. You know, because he, like you said, he could really give us an insight on how he made the album.
Well, he won't consider himself fake MJ. He would consider himself the real MJ.
Well, that's it. I think get him on. Like, you know, that'd be, you know, be a big scoop.
Goodness, yeah, okay. Yes, fake MJ. All right, but she, as I said, Shazam is Wednesday, so that's live. Be live streamed because it would be good for people to ask questions. I'm sure Steve will ask him about his performance. He has a solo album, a single that he wants to promote. And I think, what did they say? They're giving away some money. I think he says he's giving away cash for the best dance who will feature on his album. So yes, that's why they'll be coming on Wednesday.
Hopeful says, who is this fake MJ? He's modeled himself on Michael Jackson from the Bad era. So not from the Thriller era or the Off the Wall. He's got his nose sculptured, his hair. He looks like something off the Bad album. And it is bad. You know what I mean? It is bad. He's Michael Jackson, the poor guy. Fair play to him.
Yeah. And
bless him.
Did Yolde says get Jafar, Michael's nephew. That would be impossible at this time because there'll be an embargo by the studio for him, you know, until they're ready to promote the album. The movie, they wouldn't let him, but that would be something that we'll definitely look to reach out for anyway. All right, so next week it is Karen with the New Jack Swing podcast. It is Karen White versus Pebbles. Karen White versus Pebbles, the battle of their catalogs. I will try and ask Karen and Pebbles to give me their top 6 songs, and that will be a surprise list at the end of the episode. So with this, guys,
don't forget to tune in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on my channel for another episode of the Vinyl Search. Thank you, please. You'll see me out and about on the Vinyl Search.
8 p.m. on Stevie Street. Yes.
On the Stevie Street channel, yes. Out and seeing what great vinyl finds I find in the old shops.
Are there any upcoming stuff that we should look into as well?
I've got
my latest episode is out now with Dre Scott, who is a phenomenal singer. So if you don't know who he is, definitely check it out and check out his songs. He has like a really good live version of his song Feelings that's out. And then the song that he came out with this year called Tempo is really good too. He is an amazing singer, all about the craft, the music. He's not really into the numbers and all that stuff, but yeah, really good.
I did check out Tempo, actually. It's a good track, that.
Yeah. But Feelings too, like really good. His voice is amazing.
Okay. Yes. So guys, you have to check out both Stevie's channel, subscribe. He's about a few from and in fact, I'm going to post both your channels in the chats before we sign off so that people can come straight and subscribe to both your channels because it is an extension of what we are doing here. But, you know, as Stevie goes through his vinyl search and be able to. And
the albums like this for a ridiculous price of £270 on vinyl, and people actually pay it. Can you believe it? People pay it. $300 they put for these hard to find 90s classics.
Yes. So definitely want you guys to check out his stuff, and I'm going to put out. I'm going to put both both of there's details here so that we can total R&B. Oh, searching the wrong place. Yeah, because and I think that's the diversity of what we are doing here. So I can't spell total now. Total R&B podcast. Definitely be able to check both of them out. If you guys, just asking both of you guys, if you had a choice of an album that we should do next, normally we talk offline, but if you guys had a choice, what would you guys
What was in
suggest?
that poll? We had 4 albums in a poll. Aaliyah, Donell Jones. We had another 2, didn't we?
Oh, Faith Evans and
Her debut
Brandy.
album and Brandy.
Could do one of them.
Full Moon.
Could do one of them. I'm easy going.
Yes. So if you get okay, let me see here. So here are the both. Yeah.
Thanks,
so there's Stevie on the street.
Thank you.
So we've got both of their stuff there. So if we were to think about it, I mean, if we were to go next, would we look at Faith Evans' debut album, or would we prefer Brandy's Full Moon?
I would say for a variety of tempos, let's go with Brandy. Let's go with the Brandy one.
Okay.
It's more variety, and then we'll go back to the Sleep Fest of Faith. It's a great album. It's a great album,
As I get home, I'll make it up to you. Baby, I do what I gotta do. I mean, I remember that I can just hear the song and just remember what was happening there. I don't know why I didn't vibe to Full Moon.
I think you will this time. Andy.
Yeah.
I think I was. I mean, apart from the Boyz Mine, which it was the big single, but I think I Want to Be Down and Best Friend and Broken Hearted. I just think that there was so many. I felt like a better innocent album to me. I don't know why people prefer Full Moon as their main stuff. But I think for me, her debut album was her best album. Same thing with Usher. His debut album to me is still my favorite album.
Really?
Yeah, his debut album. Did you ever give it a listen?
I did. Actually, you know what? Donell Jones actually wrote one of my favorite songs on that album. I think it was Donell Jones and Faith Evans.
Yeah. Oh, Can I Get With It?
Isn't that one?
Swing.
No, I think it's
No, it was.
Is it Think of You?
Every night and every day. Think of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So Donnell's, what he said was, Puffy was. They couldn't get no one. Chucky Thompson, everyone was trying to write to it. And Donell, when he got in, when Eddie sent him, when Puffy sent him the track, he just said, every night. He just, the songs, the words just came in. And then Faith did the bridge.
Oh.
And he just wrote it just without thinking. It just was just like this flew. And that was it. So, yeah. But I love the Can I Get With It with Devontae. I love the stuff he did with it was just a magical album. But anyway, we will do. I just want people to see there. Can you see that? Stevie Street _ and Total R&B Podcast. Please subscribe to both channels. And it's one big family with all of us.
And you get
So
all this content.
we will see you.
All this content to watch, eh?
Okay, guys. So we'll see you guys.
And it's totally free. Totally free as well.
Okay, guys. So we'll catch you. And as always, thanks for being part of the chat. Take care.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
Sure, but those are like growing up. It is did make an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jonas Boyz and men and all spirits.
play it.
These guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all